And what I was saying in part one is they're just trying to paint themselves as like they're making me pay and this and that for the things I've done, when the truth is they just want to cover up the reality that they involved in the foulest thing you can imagine that consists of harming the most vulnerable. Why? Not because they just want to be evil. It's because this is a program that is utilizing human subject for the development of technology. That's why this evil is happening. That's why they're so evil, so mean, that children are being utilized in this fashion to torture them, to harm them for the purpose of this technology. This is the evil they think it should be normalized because that's what's needed for the development of this technology. And who's behind this? Please don't get it confused. It's obviously the Department of Defense, or at least governmental entity linked to the DoD. Well, who you see obviously are not that. There's obviously a vast distance between who's really in charge and who's implementing this. And it's funny how they use this, like these losers and these nobodies. You see how they feel like they give them this sense of entitlement of like they're just together. Like they have this group thinking where it's like, yeah, it's our money. Oh no, it's like it's our world. And I'm looking at who's talking. It's like our world, ours. Okay. And that's, I think, I guess, is a great way to make this participant feel like, give them a little ownership when in truth there's nothing. You look at it as like it's our nothing. And I'm not talking about just like, because I'm here, you see there's different kind of people here. The people here is a more like everyday, and then there's like, I go to the office, people who like executive, even them like are nothing. You just, actually it's funny, I'm realizing the people when I'm in the office who are more established in certain ways, directors, executive, all of that, they have less of an ownership because it's more obvious that they just partake for the benefits of them involving themselves in that. Like they make it more obvious that they just, this is going on, the government is doing that, we just partake in this because we get stuff out of that. But here, they really try to be like, it's a technology. Like, you can see they have this like sense of ownership of something that you know damn well that is your nothing. Like, it's your nothing. It's so weird. I think it's because, the less you have in life, especially like, I'm talking about not even just like poverty or rich, but as like teenagers, kids, or like children, or like people who just like are more helpless in life. They like to take that as something that gives them ownership of something, when the truth is like, you're really a nothing. I know that you're nothing. But I'm a test subject. I'm a guinea pig. So it's time for you to enjoy your little fantasized, put together reality. And sometimes they even say things like, we're gonna win. Whatever they're gonna set up, they're gonna win, as if it's not the government. This program led by these governmental entities do that to me. Like, I think it's just a group of people who get together and they're gonna be victorious in what they want to accomplish. Like, it's not the government doing that. Like, they're not doing that to somebody who can do nothing about it. They just reconstruct reality in these ways of like, oh my gosh. They even start thinking, now we're gonna win this. It's our court system. It's our police. It's our prison. It's all this. It's our, like, it's our, why you keep saying our? You're nothing. It's theirs. Is the governmental entities prison? Is the governmental entities police? Is this governmental entities court system? Clown. It's like, nah, they're gonna pay now. Trash. And you can hear this clown talking like he's trash. Like, I don't know what you guys are involved in. Your police is tormenting women too. Your police is involved in torturing. Your court systems are doing this thing. Your banks are doing that to these women. Your technology is applied to these babies. Delusion, trash. It's like, our evil. No, your evil is the same evil that's out here burning vaginas, harming children's private parts. Delusional trash. It's like, our world. No, this is the same world out here doing these things to women and men and children. And so that's how they try to paint this for me. Now, it's funny how they say what I'm saying is preaching. It's not preaching. It's just me stating what's happened to me and reinforcing the reality, because they're trying to create their false reality. They call it their reality, their truth. Trash us. They use real childlike individual, and you should hear these kids feeling like they're victorious, like there's a way to lose this thing, like they needed to for this to be successful. I don't know how they I mean, their children, mental brains is not fully developed. So a child is like, oh my God, we need you. If you're not there, like I can imagine, and they thank these kids for doing what they're gonna do. And these kids, like, no matter how foul that is that they're saying that they're gonna do, or how they're gonna partake in this. This retard don't understand that they're not doing it because it's some brave things that you're doing. You know that. They're thanking you because it's trashy and disgusting. They will never have their kids do the same thing, you clown. They will never have, like, children, and I'm talking about the people who, let's just say, more established, or they'll have their kids be involved in certain ways, but there's a limit that they won't cross. But some of these people here will cross it, and they think it's daring. I remember this woman saying, oh, they're even proud. I was like, they're kids, they're retarded. They're proud of what? You tell them, like, you're doing it for us. They're like, oh, yeah. Trash. This is the thing that just helps me. It's disturbing, it's disgusting, but because of how my brain is being manipulated and how reality is being reconstructed, to see something like this just gives you all you need. There's no way to make this look badass or whatnot. This is a little kid. This is a Tinder bait. The Tinder bait. They call it Tinder profile. It's not a Tinder bait. This Tinder Tinder profile that they call it. I'm so thankful. You see me try to say correctly what I'm trying to say, but they change it and flip it as if it's gonna change reality. This Tinder profile, you've seen it, right? It's obviously a child, but in the profile it says this person who is a child is 30 years old. It is so disgusting and trashy. It's amazing. It is so disgusting. And the best part is, they tell me, yeah, we baited you. I was like, yeah, right. Nobody wants this trash. They're just gonna frame me. But when you see how young how disgusting it is, and how young these kids look, and how disgusting, it's so it is so icky. Oh, as I'm saying that, they mess with me big time, because I'm trying to get to the let me see if I can as I'm saying that. Oh, here, give me a second. I'm hearing this trash saying with Tinder bait. They didn't Tinder bait. They're just having these kids try to present themselves as adults, and that's that. But they tell me they're gonna frame me with children. And it's funny how they even reconstruct that. They're like, we trapped you. They didn't trap me. They framed me. They know this. If these kids come near me, it will be bad. I just don't even want to think about it. I know it would be. I will go for it. When they say go for it, I was like, I will probably slap this kid. I'll be aggressive. Let them try to come near me. If they think I'm just saying that, okay. But I welcome them to see. I don't want to be a person aggressive toward children, but if we're talking about children trying to be romantic with me. This, look at that, 30 years old, Leia, whatever, says that she's 30. Could look like a kid. I don't even think she's a fool. Like I don't even think she's like if she's a teen, she's like a low end teen, like 13, 14, or maybe highest 15. This, as disgusting as it is amazing, because those are the people who protect children. Now I don't know if it's this specific kid they're gonna frame me with, but they made the mistake of having that for me to be like, this trash. See, this is daring. This little girl. Thank God that, and the best part is like it's such a young looking. It's not, some of this teenager could be confused to be a, no, this is like a kid, obvious kid. There's like, even in my brain, when they try to rewire me or manipulate me to perceive her, like she's such a kid looking that they can't even do it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. And you see the pictures, they did all this, and they're saying things, because I was trying to say this Tinder profile, they try to make me say tender, like as tender. And they had this whole thing in my brain, like, yeah, they're soft. Like, yeah, okay, I will slap this soft retards if they come near me. But it's clear that people, and you should see who's exciting people like that. You should see how this quote-unquote sensible people excite kids like that to do this nastiness. And they tell me they're gonna frame me with children like that, and then I'm gonna be tortured and raped and this and that. I'm like, hey, thank you for that. If you ever think that anybody who's involved in something like that does this kind of things, protect children, kill yourself. It makes it so much easier to see them for what they are. And for me, they're trying to play like the fierce feminine. They play. Can you imagine trying to do this, something like that, to feel, to look like it's like some feminist avenging. Can you imagine turning that into something that's feminist? It is so disgusting. And to see who's, it disturbs me. But at the same time, I'm holding on to that. I was listening to a song called like, there's a song, and the song is actually, let me see, as I'm saying that, it's a song called Mwah. I hear that, they try to make me think of what me as a kid tried to, the exaggeration thing about the bezel that they tried to create. I was like, oh, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna get fisted for that. I was like, I already get fisted. This trash out here have children do these things, and the program that this does is, these people are involved in, is out here suffocating children, torturing them sexually, doing evilness that they call war to babies. And then I'm supposed to think, this trash out here are making me pay. They get fisted for that trash. The theatric torture that you're trying to accomplish is not going to block that. Thank you for this. It's clear that the people like that are not here avenging the rage of people involved in torturing children, and then use clowns like the little, and think that I'm going to let them think that this here clearly is not something that is protecting children, avenging children. This here is something that does bad things to children, threat children. There is no way you can paint that in the different ways. Shit like that. These things like that are here to do harmful things to children. And when I see them being groomed to think that and the thing that I'm gonna let, children, they don't have a sense of like reality in the first place. That's what children are. It's funny like that they try to make me pay for what you did as a kid, like trash ass. You know what I did as a child? It was an impulsive act. Inappropriate, but an impulsive act. Never done it again, just forgot about it. These kids, this is not just an impulse act here. That's why I'm like, I'd rather think, I obviously wish I didn't do this dumb thing I did as a child, but that's what a child's capable of doing. I will never, thank God I will never get involved. This is disgusting. This is like a lifestyle. This is a grooming life. This is just something that truly changes a child's life and gives them a sense of reality that's so foul that for the rest of their life, they'll be able to do things of that nature and get worse. These people have come, this is not only they involved in something that they know kills and torture children, these people like that, these kids are trying to negate the fact that they know they involved in something that does this evilness to children. So they're so conscious of what they're involved in that they put effort in trying to block the reality that they involve themselves in something that torture and kills children. That takes thinking. That takes rational, like logical, like they rationalize it. They really work on it. They put effort. They put time. That's grooming. And then they make themselves like try to take pictures like, yeah, they are in a, this is a pedophilia centric environment that these kids are in. And as they rewire your brain, oh my gosh, my brain is being rewired in every ways, in the most degrading ways. They're playing my libido like it's a toy. And for them, that's a success. They want to be seen. You can see the little teenagers because they know that the reason what they call, and then, you know, let me just tell you how conscious they are about what this is about. They call themselves gods. The reason why they call themselves gods is because they know that the target individual, life is fully controlled. Experiences are fully controlled. They can make me think the way they want it. They can control me to have the experiences they want. They're so aware of it. They're like, oh, yeah, we're gods. Like, that means that they're very much aware that, oh, we can control them. Like, we're gods. And they go through the little scripts of things. No, there's something here. Like, to try to disorient me. It's like using the trolling of a high school, like... I will never allow this trash to live this fantasy. They're changing my brain to make me experience what they want me to experience. They involve in something that is out here killing, torturing children, but they want to paint themselves as the Avengers. Trash ass, this theatric. You can it's so obvious to see what they're doing. I am thankful to God. And I'm thankful for this trash, by the way. For having something like that. To just make it even more validating. They will try to make me think, they're so bad. This is clearly a child. Look at this. Look at 30-year-old. A kid. Like, you don't, oh my goodness. Like when you see in person, like when you see not in person, but when you see this picture like there, it's even more obvious. You see the way they try to change it we see in person. If I saw this person, this kid in person, I will slap her back to good straight A's. I promise you, it will not be good. But it helps to have shit like that. They try to make me think of like this person called Ocean. I'm like, yeah, okay. You should see Ocean, what she looked like. I thought she was like in her 20s. This kid, you don't even know she's even a teenager. I followed somebody in 2014 thinking she looked like an adult when you don't even think, I don't even know she's a teenager. But that's perfect. Makes it even more, it facilitates the understanding of what is trash are. It just clearly say what this is about. When I see the perps that I work with that have children of the same age here, and I'm like, would you have your kid do that? Pretend to be a 30-year-old? No, right? But they thank this trash to do that. Stay strong, Tagendijo. You clearly see the agenda here. You clearly see that this is the people that can do these things to your brain. And people who can have access to do things to your brain. And in real time are doing that. It is obvious what they're gonna do to your brain. And when they bring up what you did as a kid, where I'm sure not much far from that age, you're like, I'd rather have done what I did as a kid. As much as I know it's inappropriate, and then being a kid doing this here, present yourself as a child, as an adult. Be involved in a program that's killing children and women. living life, normalizing this evilness. This is nothing impulsive about this here. This is calculated. This is organized. This is rationalized. That's something I'm so thankful that I didn't even get the chance to do. A kid can do something stupid, boom, you understand that's the impulsiveness of a child is like that. The brain of a child is clearly not all the way there. But that is beyond, it's not like a child. This is no longer like an appropriate act of a child. This is a calculated grooming tactic to normalize something that's so evil. The kids are dying in this. Tagging video. Be strong. And as they manipulate me in this way, and be like, nah, we're mad killed, just trash us. That's why you have shit like that. This is the researchers here telling you that there's something there. Look at this. What they've signed up for, and some of them don't understand, is like you have agreed that now, if somebody attacks you for involving yourself in these kind of things, understanding that you even know that they're killing children and torturing children in this program, this is no longer something. No. And they get attitudes because the people exciting them think that's normal. You should see those. Stay strong. Don't identify with the manipulations. They are rewiring your brain. Whatever things they try to put together, whatever things they try to use to make you accepting of what you're forced to experience today, whatever falsify memory, that's their job. This is what this program is really about. They know that they're changing you to somebody you're not. They try to gaslight you, to identify with this thing, altering what needs to be altered, and then play these retards. Stay strong.